The world felt like it had stopped breathing. The fog curled around the trees, thick and heavy, swallowing the morning whole. It wasn't just mist, it was memory, drifting, fading. Each step I took felt weightless, like I was walking through something that no longer belonged to me. We used to roam freely back when the world felt open, endless. Now it's all boundaries, fences, rules, warnings. But past it, there was warmth, the soft hum of voices, the clatter of plates, the smell of something familiar. A moment of togetherness, fleeting, fragile, the kind of thing we never thought we'd lose. But time has a way of stealing things, doesn't it? First little pieces, then everything. The mist stretches endlessly, swallowing the world piece by piece. Every step feels like moving through a memory, familiar but distant, like something I once lived but can't quite place. I keep walking. The trees stand like silent gatekeepers, their painted trunks marking a path that no longer leads anywhere. The ground is damp, littered with things people left behind. Plastic, paper, footprints that tell stories no one will remember. The air is thick with something unspoken, a quiet weight pressing down, making each breath feel heavier than the last. I reach the edge of something, maybe a road, maybe just another forgotten place. A rusted barrier stretches across, more symbolic than functional. No one is stopping me from crossing, yet it feels like a threshold. The kind you step over but never return from the same. Beyond it, the world feels emptier. The trees are bare now, skeletal fingers stretching into the void. A lone tree stands against the mist, stripped of its past, its branches reaching for something that isn't there. A reminder that even the strongest things don't always survive. I pull my hood tighter, blocking out the cold, the silence, the quiet ache in my chest that I refuse to name. I keep walking. Maybe I'm looking for something. Maybe I just don't want to turn back. The fog doesn't clear, it softens. The world, once distant, starts to feel real again. I hear them before I see them. Voices, laughter, the gentle rhythm of life unfolding without hesitation. A warmth rising, not from the fire, but from the people around it. The past lingers in their hands. The way they prepare food, share stories, pass down things without words. This isn't just a picnic. It's a quiet rebellion against time, against forgetting. I slow down. The silence I carried begins to slip away, replaced by something lighter, something live, something alive. A child swings, weightless, laughing into the cold air. Fog thins, just enough to remind me that some things don't vanish, not completely. I step forward, not away this time, but toward them. And for the first time today, I don't feel lost. And then the captain arrived. A familiar face, a familiar smile. The kind that doesn't break, even when the world does. Hard times, tragedies. None of it ever touched him. Or maybe it did, but he never let us see. He suggested a walk, away from the noise, the routines, the familiar. Everyone else was busy, caught in their own moments, but we We were just a few crazy guys looking for something we couldn't name. The countryside stretched out before us, vast, empty, misunderstood, barren to some, beautiful to those who knew where to look. And maybe that's why we walked. Not to escape, but to see. We didn't know where we were, but that didn't matter. We had found something. A hidden gem tucked away from the eyes of those who never stray too far. A lone hut standing its ground in the middle of the ponds. A quiet defiance against time, against being forgotten. Warmer, softer, like it too had been waiting for someone to notice. But time never waits. We made our way back, and just like that, it was lunch. The last meal before the end of something we didn't want to let go of. One last time we stood together, the fallen golden hour wrapped around us, holding on to the day as long as it could. The warmth lingered, so did we, and as night crept in, we knew we weren't just waiting for darkness. We were waiting for the next sunrise, for another day, another memory.